So I was just sitting here thinking, I keep on hearing there is no other God. There is no other God left. This is something that's being said right now because it seems like it's true. I feel like if this blue face is a forever younger, that's this Joe or this Derek that I went out with in high school. I don't know him. I wouldn't have seen him since then, since I was about 19 years old. I wouldn't have seen him. They would have swapped him out at some point in time. That means that that person would not have access to me in the way of a marriage because it's kind of like this is what it seemed like to me is that it's been one long contract, a one-sided unrequited contract. If this was something that was agreeable, I could see something different. But why would it have to be a secret, private contract that if my energy is harvesting this and the relationship that or the friendship that we've had or marriage or whatever that we've had over the years, why would it be that this person could show up on the scene, project on me? Why is it that before I even knew who Blueface was, I already peeped that Krishan was a copycat or a duplicate energy of me? Why is it that even if this is this other masculine energy, this 28, which could be a forever younger, why is it, which I think is a mix between the Derek and the Drake, old Drake. Wait, let me try to see. It's, it could be the one that's bad behavior, okay? When he looked like that, okay? Um, it's kind of something not making no sense to me because I feel like these people built something without me the first time. You think they use my crown to try to take away from me or take me down. What make you think if I'm fully awake, I don't know the whole story? And see, this is where they get it at. This is where they get it from. Because I'm able to get little bits and pieces of the story, they're acting like I'm in agreement or like I know the whole story. I don't. This is the only a real ruler or a real leader can't make that accurate decision without all the information that they need, all the intel. Me and these people are not tapped in on the same frequency. They're like on a cheat board. You understand? They're on an unrequited one-sided cheat board. They're taking my ideas. I had an idea. I drew it out in my journal 2 years ago for a nail salon. So I don't know. I just seen a little clip of Krishan getting geeked up or excited or whatever, and it looked like they're building a nail salon or a hair salon. It looked like they're building something, right? But again, this was my idea. I just refreshed the plans with how much it would cost to get nails done, where would I get the girls from, things like this. So I don't think that is right that I'm this conduit of power, but because somebody's discriminated against me, against race, creed, who my fathers are, who I am, or whatever this is, it doesn't take away that I have that birthright. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even if they've been able to do something to restrict my mind in some kind of way through some type of manipulation, or this could be from heavy drugging or abuse or something from these particular people. Why I haven't foot or spell work. If we are some type of AI energies or cyborgs, this would be them going into a system and turning off something where I can't be able to protect myself or I wouldn't be able to navigate in this world on this level in this new age. So it's like I have the equipment, but somebody has turned it off so that they can do foul things behind my back and then break up from the contract or the marriage or the union and take everything with them. And I'll say this, if this is this person from that and I ain't seen this person in 22 years, how can this person hold anything that I've done in my personal life against me? I don't feel like it kind of sounds ridiculous because like people in the background that been connected to me and I didn't even know that they latched on to me. I didn't know that they put a chain or a ribbon on my back and they've been floating high on my fucking energy until I kind of looked into, and it's actually the females that they let start trying to attack me in the tarot community. That's when I realized what was going on. And then I started looking at it on a celebrity status, and I could see through them with crystal vision. And that's when I had to look at it from a different, I had to reassess it, look at it from a different perspective. And I seen that many of these people, there's hardly any of the celebrities that I got on my mind that I peep game with that could have had access to me at some type of point in time to harvest energy or something from me. And then and have the nerve to say I hurt them. I've never even, even when it comes to some of these masculine energies that I've never seen in my life. I've never seen them. I've never seen them in my life. I feel like the one that's making the biggest noise about it or would be heard or whatever their lyrics would be right now. I don't recall. I'm trying to figure out where he fits in because I feel like this is somebody that's always been on the outside, or maybe this is the shy boy energy that always communicated with me on another level, right? Where I don't necessarily feel like this particular masculine that I don't remember him being in my face. That's what I'm saying. So if they swapped out this tourist 4 times or 5 times during our situation since we met when I was 13 years old, which would have been 30 fucking years ago, okay? Um or about the one that's charging or saying these things as if I hurt them or something. I was not ever I never seen this person. I never seen him in my real life. So, it's kind of like weird because nobody in the world is having this experience, and nobody in the world has been able to speak on this experience the way that I have been able to speak on this experience. I really feel like this is like John the Baptist or something, or a John acting like they're God. Somebody that can't control themselves. My God will not break a vow. My God don't lie, don't have to lie. My God, you know what I'm saying, doesn't have to manipulate the situation. My God don't have to what the fuck do it look like me believing that you God or you higher than me and you gotta hide some shit from me? What the fuck would it make you think that the way that I communicate with my God, the way that I know that I've communicated with my God, would make you think that I will believe that you God for a moment with the trashy way that you motherfuckers have handled this? You don't scare me. You don't manipulate me. You don't intrigue me no more. I don't respect certain motherfuckers no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through this. You motherfuckers is going off spending my money and doing whatever the fuck you doing, or hiding it from me, or enjoying watching me not with it. You understand what I'm saying? Acting like somebody is jealous. Dude, it's almost like that part in the Bible when it said, I know that they say that you're poor, but thou art rich. This is like somebody telling me I can't speak on this as I'm seeing it. That's a prophetess. That's a real prophetess. Why would God give me this information and want me to hide it? No, it would seem like the people that's doing this shit on a surface level or with science and technology want somebody to hide it because they don't want to be seen for the filth that they are. It would be different if I didn't already pick up on the fact that these people is secretly recording me in my fucking house and sharing it with a community like I'm some fucking dog or some fucking pet or something like this. Like I said, even if it's some gang stalkers and some people that know that they being gang stalked, they don't know they don't know in the nature. I feel like they're taking the model of what they see happening to me on the other side, and they're trying to incorporate that into their lives. There is not nobody else that is that important when it comes to being the chosen one that can tell this story right now. And if these people tapped into my energy, the reason why you feeling that is because you tapped into my energy, because you listened to somebody, you listen to Satan, because the whole world was fooled by Satan. Now, I don't think I was fooled by Satan. I feel that these motherfuckers worked with me through a blind spot. That's a difference between being fooled by Satan in the blind spot, even if I have been attracted or in a tight communication or contact or some type of telepathic communication with somebody, it still stops there. You cannot blame the person by saying, oh, okay, that communication is there. Okay, I can sense this person. Oh, I feel this way about this person. Oh, I hope this person is okay. The thing about it is, I'm saying that doesn't mean that this person has rights to me. That doesn't mean that they can come into my energy. That doesn't mean, I feel like the way they set it up, if they have this tourist in the house, that's the only one that should be able to touch me. You know what I'm saying? These people should not have access to me on the outside unless they are the ones wearing the bodysuit or the skin suit here. It would almost been better for them to, during this time, if we already know, if I already know what it is, and if some creatures or aliens or something that's watching the shit, it would have almost been better for them to let me experience the experience with these different particular masculines in real life than just having them attached to me one-sidedly or unrequited, and being able to tap into my energy and my essence and take whatever the fuck they want and build off of it, and then try to look at me like I'm not worthy of something. I feel like that's the most disgusting fucking thing in the world. That's why even if I tell y'all something, people be like, "Oh, that's downgrade. That mean that's a copycat." My shit don't sound like nobody else motherfucking on this platform. What I put together, even on the low, deserves a fucking Academy Award, bitch. I know my worth. I know my work. I know quality. And again, even if I didn't put nothing into it, even if my videos was crappy, it's still award fucking winning. So you don't have to tell me I get an award. You don't have to give me no motherfucking flowers. I already know what I did. I put the most, this what I did on this channel. Whether motherfucker want to respect it or not, or they want to block it or not, this is the best motherfucking work. This is my baby. I put this shit together. I did this. I did this. And there's no way that you're gonna get me to believe that I shouldn't already be, or I shouldn't be at way more subscribers than I'm at. So I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna feel salty about it because I already know the precepts. I already know what somebody did to do this. I already know what outcome they're wanting to get from it. I already know that it's not natural. It's not normal. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like somebody wants me to cry like a baby and fake cry like Krishan on a drop of a dime or something like this, or put on a show. This is not no fucking show, man. This is a real life thing. This is like invasion of somebody's privacy. This is a hate crime. Krishan is making money and living her fucking life off of my brand, off of my fucking name, off of I'm telling you, somebody got a low fucking IQ, and I'm not trying to be fucking funny. Somebody want to say somebody is smart. No, bitch, you got a low fucking IQ. And I don't give a fuck how Blueface feel about you. I don't give a fuck if it took him 20 years to find somebody that he feel is in a life, or build a bitch in a workshop that's almost like my energy, and that she has a certain type of figure or something like that. Nigga, you wrong for whatever the fuck this is. You can't give it, that ain't God like motherfucker. You can't convince me of that. You can never convince me of that. So somebody's gonna say, "Oh, her life is going like this because she went against." No, bitch, that is not God. It's not. My Taurus, well, since I met him, has been an atheist. When he was looking like Blueface, he was an atheist. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't respect somebody that's putting out one thing on the internet that's going to get millions of views, okay? When they know that I am on my channel struggling and putting work in every day to put some shit together to tell my side of the story, I don't fucking respect you. I don't respect the fact that Ye feel like I fucking that I said something that affected this person or something like this, and then the next day he's talking about, "Oh, we're American Indians." You have 5 years or so, 10 years or so to start talking about American Indians, and I never heard you say no shit about no. See, this is why it's starting to bring the shit down to a level where I can't even respect motherfuckers no more, cause you look not right. The shit don't look right. Do you understand what I'm saying? It don't fucking look right. I don't even want to move forward with nothing until this shit gets straightened out. I don't want to work with no fucking body unless everything is laid out on the table as to what the fuck some, because I feel like when Source sat me where I was sat, my records had already been gone through and nothing was wrong. So I don't give a fuck about if nobody's looking at my body count or what, that don't have nothing to do with me being the fucking Christ. That don't have, it's a large part of being a Christ, bitch. It's a large part of why some of you motherfuckers is breathing, why you feel alive, why you able after 20 years or something now to be building something or building something in the background or whatever after you try to break down my fucking crown and pass it out like it's a Burger King fucking crown. I feel like they're trying to make me mad to speak on nothing, but nothing in the Bible tells me that I can't speak on this. No, but nothing, even if these are father figures and mothers, no, the Bible says your sons and daughters shall prophesy. That means it's daytime to speak. You shut the fuck up, because this is about the judgment that's coming down is on these people and these parents and these fake parents and these first and second and gen energies or whatever that have been able to. Well, I can't tell you about anybody else. I can just tell you what I'm picking up on my energy, on my end, from my part of the garden, where the fuck I grew up at, with the information that I've collected with my natural abilities and my natural gifts. And somebody could say, well, I was doing this or whatever like this. I hear with the tarot community, but I don't bite on everything that these people say. I know they know the story a little better than me, but I know they can also manipulate it in some kind of, it had to register. I had to already know something that I'm hearing in a YouTube video from a tarot reader. I already had to pick up on it with my own fucking energy before a tarot reader can tell me anything or anybody. This was my time to listen, to lay low, to listen, and to identify, to sharpen my blade, my mind, to get a little bit of a tutoring or something like this, right? Because these people have obviously been able to see on this note for a while. They've been able to conspire on many different levels or find different levels to conspire or work some kind of way. I'm gonna tell you what it is. The key core part to me is that there's no way, if something that sparked between me and this man grew to be something, there's no way that I should have been on this side not knowing that. Do you understand what I'm saying? With someone that's in the likeness of this man, while other versions of him are out there in the world making plans with other people. That is a sexual immorality in the way that you fucking did it. And so somebody want to come back here and try to act like, oh, the first should be the last. Well, no, it should have never. I don't know who the fuck told somebody that, but the Bible, I think that was some type of manipulative tactics. And even if it was, okay, the first one to get this or to do that should be the last. Okay, I understand that. But I should never be the last one to know about something that was going on throughout my household or my fucking marriage. I should never. That makes no fucking sense. That means that people have possibly had, or entities or aliens or other people have had some type of contact with me that would possibly make other people feel very fucking uncomfortable. There's nowhere to run. There's no hide your kids, hide your wife don't work in this aspect. Just the projection alone and having somebody have to have all that piled up projection on them and they stick to themselves and have to try to knock that shit off or ping it off. Nobody's pointing fingers at nobody, but who's guilty of doing this. So again, if somebody, I heard something today, they said a real woman, a real alpha, she don't complain, you motherfuckers just don't want to get ratted out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a rat because I wasn't planning with you. I wasn't plotting with you. I wasn't making that fucking money with you, even though somebody was probably making money on me or off me. You are trying to place the Christ, which is a MVP or the MVP. You are trying to place that person in some kind of position like everybody else. And I told you already before, there's no way you can fool me. Whatever the fuck got something to do with me, it ain't got nothing to do with anything. It don't have to do with the mustache that I have over my lip. It don't have to do with the bullshit that I got on my body right now. It don't have to do nothing with that. This ain't what they was worried about when they kept coming this way to tap in and sap my fucking energy out of my fucking body. You didn't give a fuck about how big my belly was. No, these motherfuckers didn't give a fuck about that when this masculine, whoever this hierarchy or this lord was that must have passed away in the past couple years, when these motherfuckers pretending and showing fake fucking love, that I already knew that it was that, except for I thought for a moment that somebody did care. It ain't got to be infatuation or something. They're just putting on because they're scared of the big boss. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was at least a mutual understanding or a foundation of just some type of friendship or some type of unit or some type of unity, right? Even with the friends and the cousins and all this shit right here, seeing the forever young version of them. Who's getting mad about somebody speaking their part about something or observing something or trying to gain some type of information about something? Who's doing that? Who's getting mad at the blind guy for saying, okay, I'm blind, all right, but I can't see words on a page. Okay, I don't even know what words even would look like. But I know one thing, that they have something called Braille. Let me order something in Braille. And I know that there's no instruction book. Nobody can really possibly teach me this, that I will have to kind of learn it on my own, or maybe they do have special schools for this. But let me just try, let me find out if I get this, because this is supposed to be for people that are blind, right? So let me order a couple of these books and see if I could teach myself, something to have something to expand on. I know that some of these people, like, I feel like if these people were engaging in some of this stuff, some of these people have to be intelligent. My tourists, their whole family is somewhat intelligent. Okay. I think it's obvious, like, they're really good with, like, stuff like, you know, little fun facts or something like this. I think his grandfather knew a lot about birds, and his mom is pretty smart and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a difference between smart and knowledge and genius, or do you know what I'm saying? Where they might have that in like little facts and stuff like this, or book smart, even if you want to, even though my tourists don't really read, where for me it may be book smart, or for me it may just be the way that I'm able to adapt or deal with people and emotions and feelings, in the way that I handle people or something like this in the real world. I mean, you could act like you know me from Facebook. I mean, what you see me put on Facebook and Instagram, but that's a whole craft of what I'm doing. That's my artwork. That's my artistry. You know what I'm saying? That's my artistry. I feel like we're dealing with two different types of intelligence, is all. Two different types of intelligence is all. I'm not going to downplay either one. But it's obviously there's something important about my intelligence right now. Why so many people that are seemingly more intelligent when it comes to degrees and shit like this or whatever. Um, it seems like it's something more valuable in what I know than what these people know. Because even if they know what they don't know how to handle the next woman or the next man. They don't know how to handle people some kind of way where it is not abrasive or abusive or something like this. Because none of these people that somebody is trying to say is over me, they could look at something, okay? They could look at something about something that's private with me, but I've seen these people be drunk, addicted to marijuana, have to have it every single day. I've seen these people be abused. I've seen them be abusive. I've seen them, do you understand what I'm saying? I've seen them not know how to handle their temper. Millions and billions and trillions of people across the world have seen them in this behavior as well. So I would take the fact that even if I'm sitting here on my couch for the past 2 years, figuring out new shit about what was going on with me behind the scenes, who this is, who that is, waking up from some type of amnesia, I would think that it's not a big problem after I done put 30 years into a relationship, 25 years into raising fucking children on my feet for 24 fucking hours a day sometimes with raising these children and keeping a house. I would think it would be okay that now, since my older children are all gone and I only have one left, that I could recuperate. Even if I sat on the couch when I had the motherfuckers, I still was working. I still had to be on my P's and Q's when it came to the fucking children and do the best that I could without no fucking guidance from, there were no auntie coming over to make sure. There was no mama like, oh, how the kids doing, things like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? My mom, I don't even think my mom still know what my fucking kids' names is. If you sat her down and asked her right now, what is all for your fuck? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm a different kind of breed around this bitch. I done almost had to raise myself. No matter if I've always had a masculine energy or a man here that's been able to pay the bills, there's nothing spectacular about that. Whatever bills this motherfucker is paying, I'm appreciative about this. But whatever he's paying is nothing fantastic. He would be paying that shit whether I was here or not. It's not that I don't deserve much. I just at a point in my life where I'm not asking for much because I'm doing something that has to do with me for once. Not being the best friend that's always there, that people want to hear my problems, when my things, when it's exciting or juicy, but they don't want to, they're not really there or can't articulate when I need somebody to be there for some type of emotional support. But I'm always there for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've been a giver all my life with no fucking problem. And what I'm finding out is that a lot of people was taken from me from the back. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling my story, just like anybody else has the right to do. If it's the last thing, I want the shit to be told properly, correctly. It's almost like somebody is trying to, because these people could been always having access to their double mind so that they can sneak around the Christ and do fucked up shit. If they've always been having their full double mind activated, and this is how they had a leg up on me, right? This is how they were able to take advantage of me in some type of way without my knowledge or without my consent, right? If they want to say that this is some type of attack and that they beat God or something, right? Why though? You know what I'm saying? I think that's where I'm going with this. Why though? Like, because really, I'm not really that bothered because I know what you're trying to do. But at the same time, what's the big deal? It shows the power of one, even if I'm not running around here screaming to the rooftop to everybody I go see on the streets that I'm this or I'm God's child or something. I'm not doing any of that. I mean, we might have to address some shit on here once in a while when people get out of hand, right? Again, why? And if somebody went through all this to change the mindset of people through a vaccine and all this shit, if somebody went through all that and everybody's complaining, it's just not me. There's more tarot readers, there's more YouTubers, there's more people on here. Still, they may not be complaining in a whistleblower manner, but it's still gnashing at the teeth on many different levels. You can feel it in the air, you can sense it. Something ain't right. America is sick. Yeah, there's people progressing. Yeah, there's people building. Yeah, this stuff is going on. But the mentality of the people that thought they needed to do something to somebody that's barely harmed anybody that didn't harm them first, right? The fact that you had to do that, it shows that you sick. And I feel like even if these people talk about, oh, this masculine left or his energy left or something, like that's a little strange too. Because I know we talk about spirit, but these people got that collective and that spirit energy because I feel like they're separated from something. If you really want to ask me how I'm looking at it, I feel like I'm still a baby in the womb. I feel like I know whatever was created for me with all this technology and this advancements that they so-called say they have, it ain't no way that if it was time for me to walk away and I was supposed to be walking towards it, that is not a full-blown man within the flesh that would be able to walk up to me and approach me and say something to me. It's no doubt in my mind. Anything else sound ridiculous to me. If I gotta sneak out in a red hood in the middle of the night and go sneaking through the forest, that don't sound normal to me. I'm not afraid of it. I wouldn't like it that much. I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't enjoy putting my shit on right now and going walking towards the woods over here and not know where I'm stepping and shit. It might be a big ass, cliff or something at the end of the fucking forest. I don't even know the forest. But what I'm saying is, it wouldn't be like that. I can feel these people scrambling, claiming a false victory or something like this. I feel like these people think if they leave out plans or something like this or whatever they're doing, like, I don't get it. Like, okay, even if this happens, it works. Well, I brought up the model and it only took me about 20 minutes or a day to come up with a whole business plan, a whole everything, you know. Um, I'm pretty sure, I mean, it may be successful. But I guess that, we will have to see how it works. But I feel like somebody will say, well, you just sit there all day and you don't do work towards what? I'm waiting for my shit to come in. And one thing I want to say is, we'll see. Because have you seen that person's work ethic in a professional setting? Or is that just somebody that you took up out of some office that already was in marketing or something like this, made this person look like they have a low IQ and performs some like a dance monkey or something in front of everybody and kind of make themselves look crazy online? And really this person is some type of super scientist or something like this. And then again, have you seen that person in that particular setting? Have you seen this person thrive in a professional? Is this person going to be able to keep their temper? Is they going to be fighting in the nail shop, breaking shit? Or is this somebody that's trying to build something, but they're doing it in a way where somebody was saying, oh, it's a good idea to do it this way. Let's build it and we'll just bring her here and surprise. But you know already that if I see this shit and I peep it because I'm already on one because motherfuckers playing in my energy or trying to play in my face, you know what I'm going to say. So then somebody could say, see, she ain't psychic. We was building this for her. And she got mad. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just be thinking about people's mind. I be picking up on what people thinking in their fucking mind, man. No matter what they saying, because somebody's hoping that somebody fall off or that God gets somebody before they can get to whatever this is. Even if somebody was creating something. That's what I'm picking up on. They're hoping that you fall off or die first or get placed in some kind of punishment or something. You know what I'm saying? They're hoping that that's what happens, so that somebody don't have to give something. Because again, the point of mine is, where have you been for 20 years when I was doing this or when I was doing this? If I can look back, this could have been spell work every time when I had to abruptly stop a business because some weird shit was happening or something like this. Why? Why? What took this person this long to create something and come out in the public with it? If this person has been behind the scenes making money or getting money or retrieving assets that belong to me. The most thing that I could think is that these could be AIs and they're advanced, and so they know that they could probably see through the future, or they have a gift or upgrade where they can read into each other's energy, so there'll be no more lies or no more secrets or something like this. So why would somebody go do something that you don't know about? Because you already on one accord with that person, and they're gonna know anyways with the new technology. Maybe that's the way it was supposed to be for all of us. Maybe it didn't even matter who we slept with or who we did whatever with, because we were here to bliss people or something like this. But somebody's trying to outcast somebody and then put them on blast like they shit about to stay under wraps. And it's not. It's like if you disgrace somebody publicly, you should be disgraced publicly. It wasn't my idea. I didn't start it. Lo and behold, somebody is going to try to say, well, this is what we do before this. Or when people pass over, no, you a motherfucking lie. Because if I passed over, I'm telling you right now, I'm really ain't trying. That's the last thing that I probably want to do is go back and see what all my husband did to me behind my back or some shit like this. Or what all this happened. Or what did this person say when they mean that. I would think that is more like amazing things that I could be doing with my time than doing that. Watching somebody that I so called don't care about, or watching someone for 3 years and seeing that they good or whatever, but I'm waiting until this person get tired out after attacks and everything after 4 years, and then I'm gonna say, oh yeah, see, oops, this person fell off. But you sat there and watched somebody that's 365 days 3 motherfucking times. What were you looking for? What were you looking for? And I cannot stand when people put shit out there on my feed 3 and 4 times a day. Sometimes the best thing is to be quiet. For you, this what God is telling me, that I'm here to get it all out. I can't help that you feel some kind of way about it, that you thought that this plan was a good idea. Maybe this speech that I'm giving is going to make God think, damn, again, man, oh, just like the first time. I knew I shouldn't have let them people on the earth. Look what happened. That's not my mistake. That would be God's mistake then. Because it was made, obviously. If he said, oh, I feel so bad. Or a Lord. Let's put it like that. Because I would have to go back now in the Bible to see if how many times they're using Lord, how many times they're using God, or whatever term they will be using. Because a Lord, when people say, oh, God made a mistake, well, I don't know. Did he? Because I don't know if it says that God was the one that did that. It could be a Lord energy. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and look at it right now. Because the Lord is not God. It's questionable if it say the Lord thy God, but it's not God. I feel like a lot of so many things in this world is like an onion. It got so many so many, excuse me, layers, that somebody is thinking that they found out how to stay on some level of frequency here to prove somebody wrong, or prove there's not no God, or return some kind of violence or some kind of something threat to God or something like this. And it's so creepy to me, because I be sitting here looking at these people that be like, God is not gonna let God. And I know that the twin flame, or one of these twin flames, or one of these soulmates is over there with that person. And it's like, girl, I feel like the thing that they couldn't get with me is the full finale. Somebody couldn't get the full finale. Like they thought it would be like dummy, or just seeing something some kind of way throughout the whole time. But I already knew, I was already showed. It's almost like deja vu, that somebody was going to do something unethical to try to, somebody saying, oh, you trying to stop somebody from getting to hell. No, you was trying to cause stumbling blocks, and you was trying to do things to make somebody go to what you would so-called think is hell. But these are people, I said, doctors, scientists, people, archaeologists, people that been digging in the dirt and doing all this shit for all this time and everything like this. And either they know more than they putting off to us or they don't know enough. So I like conversation. I like to go back and forth with people. It just, if nobody act like they want to go back and forth with me, I don't really fuck with nobody, because I mean, I feel like people are trying to cause some type of, I don't know, something. Maybe somebody feels like I just stopped talking to them with no answer. It's been a year since I talked to my play sister and them. You know, Usually, it don't take us that long to not be talking to each other. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going through something. I'm seeing the world in a whole different light. That's like an astronaut. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm an astronaut. Somebody else could possibly be, but that's like an astronaut trying to talk to like somebody that just work at a farm or something. You know, um, they're gonna be on two different. You know what I'm saying? They may hang with the different crowd. They're probably not going to be at the same type of parties. They're not going to sit down and have the same deep conversations that somebody would have with other astronauts. It's like if we were all gods or astronauts. Well, it's funny because I know at one point in time the god something came out of the ground or something here with me. And again, and I feel like certain type of energy or frequencies was around me, but I feel like once these people got intel from me that they needed, then they fled, right? So again, I look at that as what they say. If when Satan, that Satan will, if you stand up against him or something, then Satan will flee from you. So some of these people is like, yeah, it's boring over there. I can't, no, woot, woot, woot. But I'm just thinking, did somebody get to a level of understanding where these people was worried about what was going to be discovered, and then they just started to flee? So it's easy to look at the person that people's fleeing from and say that's the problem, or is it the people that thought that they had to flee, or the people that had fled? So I'm sorry, I'm not nobody that's going to sit here and be what they call somebody trying to put gasoline on you and stuff. And I'm just like, and they're like, oh well, I can't find my lighter, and I'm like, oh, here it is. Like what? There's several measures at some point in time that I could have took to get away from that person before they actually lit me on fire. You know what I'm saying? When I seen them getting angry, when I saw them walking over to the thing trying to get this gasoline fluid or whatever, or this lighter fluid, it's plenty of opportunity where I could, get out of a situation or something like this. So, I don't feel like I'm afraid of the fire. I don't feel like I'm afraid of them hanging me up. The only reason why they're reoccurringly doing this because they feel like they're above the law and they can't get enough of somebody's energy. I'm not stupid either. I know a little bit about marketing. I know a little bit about making money. Somebody has made a lot of fucking money off of me. This Blueface, Krishan, and Jaden Energy, they have made a lot of fucking money off of me, man. These little kids is disrespectful as fuck, actually. Have made a lot of money. And what he's doing is trying to take the energy that we activated together and trying to redo the story without me. But how you gonna leave God out? It's the same thing in that fucking Bible. You can't leave me out, and even if you do, you're not building the same thing. Call it something else. That's a copyright. Don't use my book. Don't use my words. Don't use my image. Don't use my energy. Don't use my laugh. Don't use my smile. Don't use the energy that you missed that you could have had around me or something at one point in time. Don't study me to try to implement me in other people. None of that. And all the shit you already used, return it back if it's worth something. Of course, if somebody stole 10 pairs of my jeans and some of it got big old holes in it and moth holes and a period blood stain on it, of course you could keep them motherfuckers. But the shit that's worth something still, I need that back. Somebody is just mad. I can't even feel no kind of way because somebody is just mad because somebody is waking up. They didn't expect it like this. Somebody is just mad because something is oozing out. And then these little girls that don't know no better, oh yeah, this one bitch, and they watching me. Oh, she just mad. No, I mean, like, it's. Do you know how deep this shit is? These are the people that you rallying with to have something to do with the building or a foundation of what we're supposed to be building for the future. That God gave us some type of privilege or something to be able to do this, and I'm supposed to be. It's gonna be on my name. It's gonna be on my name. Damn near. How dare you think that you can't be removed? How dare you think that you can't be removed? How dare people are out here stealing from people and killing people and robbing people allegedly? And I'm not doing any of that. How dare you think that God told you that I'm going to believe God told you to come here and take my fucking crown or take my Ace of Cups? Unless this is a Lord that's using technology to do some shit like this so they can let attacks happen to me that I won't be able to explain. Something like a phenomenon that I won't be able to explain, that I won't be able to fight back. These people is going into their bag. You hear me? A metaphysic like never fucking before. I mean, like never before. But they have no reason to. But a gentle progress or even Who can wake the lion and get the who can rouse the lion. But you're not my master. It may not be time for me to be roused. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your puppet like these other fucking girls around here. You know what I'm saying? That you gonna hit in the fucking mouth one week and then they gonna be smiling in your face like, oh baby, I love you. Thank you for the flowers the next week. I'm not that. I've never fucking been that. And I feel like it's nice if girls have suffered abuse or something in their life or something like this. It's nice if somebody do something nice to them, right? Usually people feel bad for these kind of people or something like this. Maybe somebody felt bad because I was, but I feel like nobody felt bad when I was being played real hard because these people obviously focus on people that was affected physically, right? It's like they're overcompensating for people that was abused physically on in the 3D or on this planet, like where it could be it's a police report or something about the shit. They don't feel no kind of ways about me being a galactic energy being blocked from something and being used up by fucking aliens or something else. Do you understand what I'm saying? How that fucking feels? It I'd rather, you know, I feel like it's a difference when and somebody, well, that's how I felt when I was in drug. Well, bitch, I ain't never been a drug addict either. So let's keep this real. These are most likely things that you chose. You chose to sit up under a man for 30 years that was whopping you in your fucking face. You chose to want to be a celebrity and take them steps to be famous. You chose to stick that needle in your arm knowing that you might get stuck on that shit forever. That's the one thing that somebody said to me before that made me make sure I never did that shit. That don't make me perfect. That just mean that that's one fucking thing that I chose in my life that I was not going to let be my downfall. That stuck with me. I went somewhere else or went within. It still has something to do with myself and dealing with myself. I've always been able to take constructive criticism. I always been able to do it to myself. I share these things because maybe more people can see it from a different perspective and start thinking like gods and kings instead of whatever else. Because I thought other people in the world, there's different people and everything. Okay, well maybe if I talk to them like this or something, and it's not even like me teaching, I'm just telling my story or whatever. But it's kind of like trying to find a mate then that can see the things like how I see it. That because somebody wants you to cry because they want to put a person up in front of your face and parade them around and do things for them or something like this. Or if you mentioned that when you was 50, if I mentioned that when I was 15 about my tours buying that ponytail, I'm sorry if somebody, this is 30 years later, and somebody thought if they put on some kind of, somebody could have had good intentions. And they thought if they put on this performance and they do all these nice things for somebody, that my mindset, and like I said, a lot of people use that quote, oh, I promise you, baby, if you leave me, I'm never going to be, at the same place that you left me. And a lot of people talk about that on a physical level. Like, oh, now I got a nice hot, oh, yeah, I got an apartment. Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah, that's my business. And I'm talking about, yeah, this is me. If somebody is getting a chance to to reassess or come into my energy now, yeah, that's kind of like me. Not my work on YouTube, not what I put on Facebook, not what I put on Instagram, but me. And I don't have to go showing that to everybody in the world right now or ever. That me, that's something that I found, that me. That no matter what somebody say or what the fuck they think they watching, they looking at me on this TV right now, if they was. You don't know what the shit that I'm feeling on the inside, motherfucking, it feel good. So I deserve everything that I'm going to get or compensate or be able to recomp that was hidden from me, taken from me, or whatever the fuck this is. I deserve every motherfucking part of it that was supposed to come to me. I am sorry that a community could have thought, oh, I know she's on this list for us to build with, but let's take her off. Or, oh, I know she was on that wheel, but let's take us off. Oh, I know she was the only one that was supposed to get this, but let's just not give it to her. Look, she just lazy. She just sit there all day and she do YouTube videos or something like this, right? But if somebody is able to get some growth off their YouTube videos, oh, that's okay. but because I know that somebody that works at the company. And see, again, that gives me another reason to say, well, damn, who the fuck am I? Somebody actually went to Facebook. Somebody work at Facebook. They want to show me how cool they are because they got a button and they can just stop my channel whenever they want. They can just boop, 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 boop. That show you how slow this motherfucker is. Because again, that Facebook, yeah, it'd be like, damn, I want to post something. Damn, I'm used to doing this shit for 2 years or something like this. But I already know. The more somebody try to cut me off here and there, I just grow on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm sharing this with people. I mean, I don't know if there's other people that feel like this. Of course, I feel some kind of way if I thought this is my twin flame or something like this, and we would be able to get together, even if it was just to explain more about the twin flame journey. What did you feel at this time and that? Yeah, was you around? I thought you was there when I was laughing about that thing or when I stubbed my toe that one time and I fell down the stairs. Was you there? Did you see that shit too? Oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course it feels some because it really did feel like shared moments. Like it was like a realistic thing. We're not making this up over here. Of course our energy mingled in a way where I'd never want to lose that feeling ever in my life. But you know what I'm saying? I still have to focus on myself. I can't what somebody would think is letting go of yourself would be what I'm doing right now. I got my nightgown on still. I done had it pretty much under my clothes all day. That could be looked like, that could be looked at as like letting yourself go or something, but I don't think so because I'm a whole motherfucker on the inside. And I know that these people that's trying to do this or humiliate me, they can't be. Because if you was a whole motherfucker on the inside, you even if people was doing this to you, you would not be still doing it to them. Not on this level. That means that I would have to go figure out who could I go to. Let me find a hacker and let me see. Oh yeah. Oh, if I can hack into this bitch, I just can't see it. I don't know why. I wouldn't know why. But I'm that's what makes me think that these people ain't even worthy enough to want to do that with. For what? First of all, it ain't really none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we're working if all of us are linked to some kind of conduit here or something like this, and it's all fairness. If we all work for this corporate, that would be discrimination then. If somebody decided to never let me know I had the job and it's a family business and never let me and they had me doing the work on the outside without letting me know that I'm doing the work, you know what I'm saying, for myself or somebody else, and somebody else is getting the payment. I'm thinking I'm doing what I love to do, but the whole time I'm building a model of something for some other people to use to make money off of. And I'm just like, I'm just being patient. Maybe something will pick up on the channel one day. Maybe they'll remove this band or something from around it or something. First of all, you got it there because you're afraid that the truth is going to come out and somebody's going to fucking hear it. Because I could get online and just say, and probably get a million fucking views. And nobody would care. We just talking, y'all. I'm just freestyling. We just talking. This is what they want. It's almost like that's what somebody wants. Like, I'm doing it because this means something to me, right? And again, hopefully this information is going out into the ethers and somebody's hearing it being spoken in different words. Because the thing is, people have a perception that they know what somebody is going through. They know everything. Even if they tapped into your dome right now, you don't know everything. That's the way to cause to cause the warfare amongst the minds. Now we fucking with people's minds. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now you fucking with that intimate, gooey part of somebody. It's not where I can say stop or no, you cannot come in my house. I'm closing the door. You must leave right now. No, this is on a whole nother level. Somebody could be making compartments in your brain so that they can just put a nest in there and sit there like a barnacle for as long as they fucking want to and do whatever they want to do. That's not right. You wouldn't even do that to your dog if your dog came in and you found out they had fleas or something. You wouldn't even do that to your fucking dog and leave the fleas stick to the dog. Somebody will go to the vet, pay $1,000, $1,200 or something. I don't know how much it costs. 'Cause I ain't got no damn dog. But you know what I'm saying? To get that shit fixed. First of all, because they feel some kind of way for the dog. Second of all, they wouldn't want their neighbors with dogs and other dog lovers to know that they left those ticks on the fucking dog. They would possibly feel some kind of way if the other dog family members came over with their dogs and they're like, "You're not gonna get that taken care of." Do you see what I'm saying? So whatever these people are doing, you could never negate or you could never manipulate the fact that something big is going on with me. That's all we're saying. And that's not always a good thing. It's not, if somebody is being programmed to see me as a bad thing on this planet, that's not a good thing. Even though I know I'm not out there harming anybody. That's not a good thing. They say all publicity is good publicity. I don't necessarily think so. I'm not really a public kind of person in the first place. I'm not. Doesn't mean that I don't go out in the public. Doesn't mean that I don't like to go out, especially if I go out of town, get dressed up, go to different places, eat here, walk there, do that. I like to do shit. Even when I'm at home, in the summertime, whatever. I like to, I do like to go out and do stuff, but I feel like I'm the type of person that get bored with an area real fast. It could be a navigating, it could be a sense of being a voyager or something, and never really experiencing the voyage, or the fantastic voyage with everybody else. um it could be that the nature of a beast or something like this, that that you're supposed to be somebody that's supposed to be moving about or something like this. mm, but this family tends to take what belongs to someone or should be shared with someone, and they tend to take this and move forward, and they've even added other people that's not family to the equation when they left family behind. So like I said, I could just be one that came here to call out some of these cultural, um so-called cultural things that have been created, to let these people know that even if you say this is a secret, oh, we try to keep things under wraps or whatever. Well, I came to here to tell you that it need to change, that this is very crappy or something. Who told you that this was the best way to do it, and why you been doing it like this for 1,000 years? Because, oh my God. And somebody might say, well, bitch, who is you to say how we should been doing it? Well, I don't know. It's always that child or that person that is innovative or something that comes in and is okay with telling people that this ain't the right way. And sometimes this group could find out, well, damn, guess not. What's that? Oh my goodness. It reminded me, and I never really watched a full episode. Um, that one chef guy, okay? I think it's Wolfgang. I don't know who it is, but he was going to all these people's restaurants or whatever, and then he would make them, like, have them make some food or something like this. He would taste the food, look at the plate to see, I guess, how they can spiff up a restaurant. Now that didn't stop these people from having a restaurant that was open in their family since for 100 years, an Italian restaurant or something like this. Did it? Some of these people have these businesses. They've been in business for that long. But there's always room for change or upgrades. I feel like these people thought Jesus was coming to change something, and before they even gave it a chance, they just started to attack. But again, in my energy, I'm a different type of Christ. I'm not the one to say that I'm going to take your burdens and everything like this. I mean, could it just be different? I'm not going to be the one that's, you know, what was I going to say?